I'm just going to do a series of educational videos in relation to water and the importance of water in our body, hydrating our body. Our body sends out signals all the time telling us whether it needs nutrients or whether it needs water or whether it needs to de-stress itself. Only most of the time people ignore these messages. Now, in the case of water, now Dr. Batman Galley has done research into the importance of water in the body and the different systems in the body. So I'm going to follow his advice and explain very simply how water aids digestion. Now, as far as the digestive system is concerned, in the stomach, the stomach has four layers of tissue, and these four layers of tissue are very important. Now, as far as the layers are concerned, this here is a picture that I have drawn out here, a picture of a hydrated mucus layer in the lining in the stomach, first in the stomach. We have the stomach, and then we have the acid, and then we have a layer here. This layer, when it's well hydrated, cushions the acid from reaching this layer here, which is the muscle layer. Nice cushioning, muscle layer. So everything is very fine. The food comes in, it's broken down by the acid in the stomach, and it's passed on then to the duodenum, passed on as it goes along. Now, if the body is dehydrated, what happens is this layer here is actually depleted. It shrinks. It doesn't have the same lovely cushioning. And therefore we have the acid in the stomach and we have the muscle layer of the stomach. So the acid is very close to the muscle wall. And over a period of years, if this dehydration continues, then there is the likelihood of an ulcer formation. Many people take antacids when they find that there's an acid reflux. And antacids, as far as I know, most of the antacids that are available are actually full of aluminium. And of course, aluminium leads to major neurological diseases, Alzheimer's being one of them. And then the other part as well is that if a person is being treated for digestive issues, stomach issues, then sometimes they are actually prescribed antibiotics. And the reason that they're prescribed antibiotics is because the Helicobacter bacteria that's normally found in the intestine, because there is dehydration in the lining of the stomach, this bacteria finds that it can actually take advantage of the situation of that dehydration and come into this area, the stomach area, and set up and cause problems. So not a good idea taking antibiotics for that either, because again that just might eliminate the symptoms for a while, but it never solves the problem. Of course, the solution to the problem then is quite different and very simple. So here we have a prolonged case of dehydration where the acid breaks through into the lining of the stomach and sets up an ulcer. Very simply, what we really need to do is we need to, number one, hydrate the body so that we get back to a nice cushioned area, as I've explained earlier in diagram 1. And the other area then is that we need to take nutrients. And these nutrients then, what they do is the water starts to hydrate the mucus layer of the stomach, and then the nutrients start to heal and repair the area that was once broken, bringing the person back to normal, good health. And that's the great thing about health and wellness education and the paradigm shift that's taken place in the world now, is that we are teaching one another how we can understand a little bit about the anatomy and the physiology of the body and how we can return to normal health simply and inexpensively. It doesn't take, so many people, they spend so much money trying to solve the problem when in actual fact it's in their own power to do so. Now underneath I'm going to leave in the drop down box you can find, I have done a previous video on fulvic acids, and that is how very powerful trace elements, micronutrients, are able to go into the body, into the blood system, and start healing and repairing on a cellular level. So underneath you'll find a connection to a catalogue, a product and a catalogue where online shopping can be done, and in the comfort of our own home, how we can, take back control, use powerful nutrients, and gradually repair and heal our bodies.